Markle, despite proclaiming herself time and time again as this sort of, you could argue, almost pseudo intellectual, she has all this wisdom to give out and she has so many great ideas. And you should always listen to Meghan Markle because she is the smartest person in any room, even a royal room. However, when I watch her latest appearance here for Tyler Perry, all I can think of again is my assessment of Meghan Markle has always been is that she is shallow, vain, and vapid because she is loving every second of that red carpet appearance. She is loving every second of it. She can't pose, she can't really walk, but she is enjoying it so stinking much. And that is because Hollywood events are her level. She really wants to just be somebody who is photographed and who has all the press attention on her. That's all she wants. She is not somebody who's actually going to help change the world as her and Harry proclaim time and time again on their platforms. No, she is somebody who just simply is so vain and vapid that all she wants is people to endlessly praise her until the cows come home. But there's a huge problem there as well. When she does events like these, and yet she also releases the Archwell Impact Report, there's a huge dissonance and disconnect. And so I think that is definitely worthy of exploring today. But if you guys haven't been to Royal News Network before, hello, my name is Brittany, and I provide compelling royal commentary. So if you guys want to hit that subscribe button, I would absolutely love to have you back. We have an amazing, fun time here. And obviously, it is the Christmas season. I am not in my usual abode. I'm actually out here in London, soon to be going to Denmark. So I don't know when this video will get released, to be quite honest. Hopefully, maybe I'll get time to edit it. I'm not really sure. But I just wanted to point out Ana Lucia diamonds. I am traveling with my Ana Lucia, so I have my whole pack with all my jewelry. I haven't changed it out too much because this trip so far has been absolutely insane. But that's why I love having these studs here because they're so simple. I have 2-carat studs as well. They're just a little bit harder to get in and out, but I love just the simplicity of always having a stud in my ear because that way, anytime I go out, yes, I can always change this. But the nice thing is when you have something that's so nice like that, all you have to do is just leave it in there. And then if there's a moment you need to exchange it, you can do that real quickly. But just keeping it there, that way you always have something and you don't have to think about it because my schedule for this trip so far and for the next couple of days, guys, is going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be insanity to the nth degree because I'm going to Copenhagen, then to France, and then to the Netherlands. So much going on because there's so many royal events going on, which is so exciting. So, guys, if you want to, again, hit that subscribe button, or if you want to check out Ana Lucia, which is great travel jewelry, feel free to click on the link up above. And if you use code ROYAL20, you shall save 20%. Okay, so we knew this event from Meghan Markle was coming because, Tyler Perry, he's being honored. And Meghan Markle can't allow somebody else to be honored if she is not there to also honor them because, that's it. And I want to start there because Hollywood is a place that nobody really likes anymore. It's a place filled with shallow vein and vapid people doing shallow vein and vapid things. And so Megan just getting all giddy about it just doesn't, I think, work very well for her public image because what I always find interesting about Megan is that she's like, there's this constant dissonance in her public persona. And this is a result of her needlessly trying to make herself seem deeper than she actually is, rather than just embracing her shallow vein and vapidness. Because if you think about it, the Kardashians, they're not trying to be great intellectuals. They're not really telling you how great they are. They're just like, well, I have this product. You should buy it too. And then I can make money and maybe you enjoy the product and the world goes around. And there's something to that simplicity, I think, because when you're trying to make things so needlessly complicated, trying to make yourself so much more than you actually are, I feel like it just comes and just sort of doesn't totally work and people don't respond to it. As Meghan Markle is going through sort of these latest issues, you could say, in her public life and everything with a lot of rumors about her and Harry's relationship and everything like that. What she wants to do and what she needs to do is actually portray a consistent public image. You can't release the Archwell Impact Report where you're seemingly trying to help people and then also just be so insanely giddy on the red carpet that you can't handle it. Like she can't literally walk. She's so stinking excited because that's all she wants because she doesn't really care about the charity. She cares about this. This is what she's always cared about. And she shows herself in these moments. Now, if she was smart, maybe she would avoid them, but I don't think that totally works either. What she really needs to do is just accept and just be actually transparent with the public and going, "I just want people to love me and give me all the attention. I don't care about anything else." Because I mean, like, at least that's real. At least I feel like she's being honest. This whole situation right now, I just don't feel like she's being honest with anyone. I feel like she's always trying to play a game, always trying to portray an image that just clearly doesn't exist. And it's going to be one of those things where it eventually slams up to reality at some point, and it's kind of getting there at this point. But Hollywood is filled with an industry of people who are just trying to scratch the backs of other people. And the industry itself is slowly starting to tank. The box office this year hasn't been bad. Most of the studios are in debt. So this is a dying industry that she's attached herself to, which is kind of funny when you think about it, that she went from the royal family, which some people could say is also a dying institution, but she went to the real dying institution, which is Hollywood, because Hollywood is filled with shallow, vain, and vapid people. And as time goes on, and as social media has allowed us to have a greater look into the lives of celebrities, we like them less and less because they seem to want to be these pillars of society in many ways. And then you look at either their private life or what they're saying and everything, or how they talk about certain segments of the public. And they're like, I don't really like you. I don't really like what you're saying. I don't really feel like you're even giving most people the correct time of day. So I want to say number one, I think Megan is totally and completely in the wrong sphere here. This is not a good industry to be in. This is not a good event, you could say, to be at. But let's take a look a little bit at the fashion before we get to the videos here. So we're going to start off with this particular part of the event. I think she was leaving or something. But what's with the weird, and this is the only way I can think to describe this walk. What's with the weird chicken walk? I don't understand. And what I find when I look through all the pictures is that she lacks such a regal air to her. There's no sense of regalness to Meghan Markle. And she loses the mystique of quote unquote royalty when she looks so ridiculous. And I think some of this comes from literally, she's so stinking excited to have the cameras flashing, like the light bulbs flashing, the attention is there, that she can't stand it, that she can't function normally because she's on and she's trying to do all these things to look great. And then she ends up looking stupid. Like, I don't, how else to say this, but she looks stupid here. She also, it's really weird. Her feet are like, look at that space right there to the back of her feet, and her toes are literally hanging off the shoe. The shoe doesn't fit, the shoe doesn't work. Like, she looks insane. And this is another Oscar de la Renta dress. Does she not have 12 dresses now? 12 gala dresses that are essentially the same style, the same color, the same, like everything. It's so boring. It's so incredibly boring. Now, she doesn't look bad, but does she look great? No. Does she look like she does every other stinking time she goes stinking anywhere? Yeah. Is it dull? Yes. Is this particularly stylish? No. It's just boring. And I think Megan, because she doesn't have this regal air, because there's nothing really deeper to her than her wanting to be in front of a camera, is that she pulls stunts like this because she has no sense of decorum. She has literally none. So she does weird, wacky things because she's like she's like salivating. There's cameras there. There's cameras there. Oh my gosh, so they're taking pictures of me. It's like that is her whole thing. We got this other picture here. And guys, this is so the exact same pose that she would pull as an actress. As an actress. And there is something so D-list about this. I'm sorry. There's something that's just really, really D-list because she doesn't have anything to her name, really. She's constantly trying to grasp onto other people's successes and other people's influence in order to increase her own. And yes, you could say we're all talking about her in some ways, but it's not good. And none of these appearances, I think, do anything to mitigate that. Because again, she's showing dissonance. Oh, look, I'm trying to help people. Oh, look at me. I'm so excited to be on a red carpet. Like I literally can't walk and can't stand like a normal person. And so I'm just being weird. That is her because she's shallow, vain, and vapid, in my personal opinion. And this is the world she's always wanted. She never cared about royalty. I don't think she even really cares about Harry, to be quite honest. He was just a means to an end. He was just the gullible fool, in my opinion, when it came to her. And she loved it. But these appearances make her seem tacky. And by extension, because she's constantly throwing around the title the Duchess of Sussex, She it's having, I think, slowly diminishing some aspects of the monarchy because she is making it this Hollywood sideshow attraction because that's all she can do because that's her level. Her level is influencer, Hollywood side attraction, D-list. That is her level. She's not that deep. She's very, very shallow, and these events just are total demonstration of that. I see this picture and all I can think of is, oh, she probably wishes she married Tyler Perry instead of Harry because Tyler Perry has money. Because Meghan Markle is also not only is she shallow, vain, and vapid, she just is obviously in it all for the money. She wants this $14,000 necklace. She wants this $5,000 gown. I have no clue how expensive it is. She wants this pretentious pinky ring that probably costs maybe 5 figures or more. She wants her wedding ring because there is nothing more to her. There is nothing more to her, which is why she's constantly failing. She's constantly failing at ARO because she can't achieve any more in some ways, or she's struggling to do it because it requires hard work, requires dedication, it requires so many things. And she's really shallow and she doesn't really want to do the hard work to make the real things happen. And when you're somebody like that, yeah, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems. You're not going to be able to be successful. And she's looking at this guy who's massively successful. And how is he successful? He works really hard. How is she successful? She tried to marry it and then tried to change it into something else. And none of it is working. I think it's kind of funny that he's not really giving her, like, she's like glowing at him and he's not really paying that much attention because to her, he's just a means to an end. I got to borrow his house for a while for free. He gave me security for free. I get to borrow his private jet, and I need private jets because I'm so special and important. That is Megan's level. And she does all these things in order to engender herself to people, to in order to endear herself to people in hope to get something out of it because she married the wrong guy. Harry's not wealthy. Harry's not particularly bright. He was not going to be this cash cow she thought he would be, I guess. I don't know. I'm still really confused about what she thought she was going to get out of Harry, to be quite honest, because I don't think she got much at the end of the day. Yeah, she got the title and the fame she always wanted, but at the end of the day, guy can't really make any money. He's basically given up. So she's got to be the breadwinner. And she doesn't want to be that because she wants this. She just wants to go on a red carpet, have people yell her name, and be all excited. That's all she wants to do. And then we have a picture like this. So there's a couple of things. She's kind of doing the chicken walk, trying to push her chest out and being a little awkward. And I'm not saying that to be mean. It's like that's the only thing I can think of to describe it. So she does that a little later. So it doesn't look quite as bad now. But again, you got a bit of the forehead vein popping out, but it's just the how she's standing here with the 2 feet apart, kind of, well, tacky. There is a way to stand where you're sort of standing more as a lady, more with more grace here. She just sort of looks ridiculous, like that she doesn't really know how to do this. And again, I think it comes part to the fact that she hasn't earned anything, and so she's just so excited for anybody to pay attention to her that she has these awkward movements because she has no inner strength. She has no inner strength because this is just her. She just wants to be at these kind of a things all the time. But being at these kind of things, you need to make money to do that. And you actually need to be successful. And she's not so far. Her and Harry, they're pretty pathetic here. But let's look at the videos too. Now, I know some people want to say that somebody was trying to pull her off the red carpet. It's always sort of hard to tell in these situations, so I'm not going to go that far. But let's watch this. So it's like she's holding his hands. It's like being all big. And I mean, I know Hollywood people do this, but also it just seems like, oh, she's just so excited, a man with money. Oh, and the overdone laugh, trying to be flirty. So you see in another video, they're talking about the light sort of being bad in that area. I don't quite understand why, because they're on the red carpet. It should all be good, but whatever. Find it weird that they had to switch sides. I find that super odd. She's got to get the dress all right, even though it's a horrible, boring dress. She needs a better fashion sense. The strapless, razorback, it's all been overdone. Meghan Markle, it's boring. Again, she's so excited, but we get a better view of her excitement in a different video. But oh, and she sees somebody's, oh, little girly. Again, I feel like the little girly, although I can be sometimes a little bit, you could say girly, but I feel like her little thing, her overreactions are done just for the attention and just because, again, she's so excited. And look, she's like leaving him in the dust, man. And he just kind of watches it, watch him. He's just like, oh, whatever. I think he's kind of done with her. He was like kind of trying to move on, and she's like taking more time. So he's moving down to the next spot and he's just kind of waiting for her. And she's like, oh, gushing, my friend, whoever that is. And then he's like, come on, we got to pose for more. He's going to pose for more, what have you. It's kind of interesting for sure. But then let's go ahead and take a look at as well at the Hollywood Reporter. So she is so excited. She's so excited. And she's posing up a storm trying to. I don't think she's actually really all that good at the red carpet thing, to be quite honest, which is kind of funny. Oh, and she sees him, so she goes, "Oh, baby, baby," like the little girly thing.
Bring it in the middle, in the middle. We need the light, we need the light.
So they're trying to get her to go over there because they need light. Again, the flirtiness there, a little ridiculous. Oh, she's so excited there. She's just gonna pose, and he's like, "Go over there."
The middle's right here.
They're trying to direct her, and she's not listening at all. Hold on. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. I promise.
Get it, Todd. Oh, no, they're coming out.
Oh gosh, it's such a boring, awful dress. It really is. Like, there's a part of me that thought, oh, that's not bad. So honestly, I don't think he's all that into her, to be honest. From that, I see. But Megan, oh, she loves the red carpet. She loves the glitz and glam of Hollywood, the dying industry. But when it comes to royalty, royals interact with the media very differently. They walk and they have a certain air to them. There is a regalness. They stop and maybe briefly do pictures and then they walk on. And they're able to have this sense of sort of mystery and magic. Whereas Meghan Markle, all I can think of is, honey, oh, you're still a D-list actress on the inside, aren't you? You never really got beyond that, did you? And that's both kind of sad and kind of illuminating in a lot of ways. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Let me know in the comments below what you think. But I'm sorry, all I can think of every time I see Meghan Markle at events like these is that she's shallow, vain, and vapid. And she hasn't really done anything to dissuade me of that opinion. But has she you? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye.